I'm getting in all in.
Sure.
Okay, Dharma Chakra અહીંયા છે. Dharminators અહીંયા છે. Okay, આવી ગયું. Okay.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Jinendra.
Hi.
So both team, all the participants here?
I think we're missing Hirak and Jasmine, our coach. He's not here.
We are missing Sheetal Bhai.
So everyone here now?
We're missing Jasmine.
Oh, you're still missing Jasmine, okay.
Let me go and see if she's here or not, okay?
Okay. Okay, she's here. All right.
I think we're all
Disha,
here.
you ready? You wanna?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get started. 1 second.
All right. Jai Jananda, everyone, and welcome to the 14th Jain Academic Bowl at the 21st Biennial JAINA Convention. My name is Disha, and I will be the moderator for this match. Our timekeeper will be Bhuvni, and scores will be maintained by our admin, Swetanti. I'd like to welcome our competing teams. Jain Center of New Jersey Franklin Arihant versus Jain Society of Metropolitan Washington DC Dharminators. We hope that everyone is in good health. Though JAB is not what we expected this year, the JAB administrative team has worked hard to make it a reality. Please remember to adhere to the following guidelines. The JAINA Academic Bowl is based on the shared appreciation of Jain knowledge. Please maintain a respectful and friendly attitude throughout the match. JAINA solely reserves the rights to photography and videography of the matches. Please refrain from taking pictures or recording materials from the match. Though JAB is online this year, we expect all coaches, players, and viewers to honestly participate in the match. Please do not use any external assistance to answer questions at any point in the match. Be sure to have a mobile device for buzzing. Participants, please remember to adhere to the following guidelines. The team captain should wear a hat for easy identification. Be sure that your name on Zoom is formatted with your team - your name. Ensure that your headphones and your mic are working, and keep your video on and your audio unmuted at all times. Coaches will keep their videos off. Now we will move on to the game rules. The general format of JAB has remained the same, but there are a few modifications that the team has made to accommodate for the virtual setting. There will be 10 questions for each team in round 1, the individual team round. There will be no buzzing in this round. The responding team will have 7 seconds to answer the question. Correct answers are worth 20 points. Partial credit will be awarded. If the responding team does not correctly answer all parts of the question, the other team can steal. That team must answer all parts of the question correctly to earn half of the remaining points available. In round 2, the category round, there will be 15 questions. There will be buzzing in this round. Once a player buzzes in, they will have 3 seconds to answer. Correct answers are worth 20 points and incorrect answers are worth minus 20 points. If the first team answers incorrectly, the second team can steal for plus or minus 10 points. In round 3, the grab bag round, there will be 15 questions. There will be buzzing in this round. Once a player buzzes in, they will have 3 seconds to answer. Correct answers are worth 20 points and incorrect answers are worth minus 10. If the first team answers incorrectly, the second team can steal for plus 10 or minus 5 points. We will be using buzzin.live for rounds 2 and 3, but we're going to go ahead and set that up and do the buzzer check after round 1. So before we start the match, we will begin with Nokar Mantra. Bhuvni.
Sorry. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Uvajayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam, Esa Panchanamakaro, Sava Pava Panasano, Maglanancha Savisim, Padmam Havai Manglam.
All right. So Team New Jersey, would you like to call heads or tails?
Can we do heads?
All right, so it's heads. Would you like to go first or second?
We'll go second.
All right, so the first set of questions will go to Team DC, or good luck to both teams.
Yeah, who's sitting out these rounds?
Yes.
You're muted.
For JCNJ, Arjun and Hirak would sit out the first round. Hiya, Jasmine, Shlok, Neil, and Harsh are playing.
All right. And JSMW, do you need to make any switches?
For our team, Prisha will be sitting out this round.
All right. All right, are both teams ready?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to be starting with DC. Question 1. This is a 4-part math question. Take the number of Guptis, multiply it by the number of Tirthankars whose names start with the letter A. Name the Papastanak, birthplace, mother, and dream with a corresponding number.
Oh, what'd you guys get?
9.
It's none. Yeah.
Oh, wait, so it's Papastana,
Answer,
birthplace,
please.
mother, and oh, wait, I
Time.
designate to some kid.
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I-
time was called. New Jersey, would you like to steal?
Do you guys know? The answer
I got
is
6.
okay. The answer is Mithyatva Shalya. The Tirthankar was Anantnath. We don't know the stuff.
That is incorrect. So the correct answer was Ratyarati, Ratnapur, Subrata Devi, and Minugal. So the math, just for review, was 3 times 5, which gives you 15. So that is incorrect for both teams, no points.
Can you repeat what the 3 and the 5 were for?
Yeah, so it was take the number of Guptis and multiply it by the number of Tirthankars whose names start with the letter A. So 3 Guptis and the 5 Tirthankars are Adinath, Ajitnath, Abhinandan Swami, Arnath, and Anantnath. So 3 times 5.
Thank you.
All right, question 2. In the Indian language only, name the bhavna which states that we can find protection in the 4 entities.
Is it Dharma Bhavna?
It's Ashuran.
I designate to some kid.
Final answer, Ashuran Pablo.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 3. This is an anagram question. There was a gap of an inch. G for garden, A for apple, P for purple, A for apple, N for nose, I for indigo, N for nose, C for car, H for hat.
My final answer is Panchagni.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 4. This is a two-part question. In Jainism, knowledge is given tremendous importance. What is the song that is sung on the day to celebrate knowledge? Also state what bud is recited on that day.
I designate Shlok.
Unkit Shraddhavante, Upanenang Prakash, Pranam Upadgaj Dhyana, Bhavadhari, Ulas, and the pad that is said on that day is Om Rim Namo Nanasa.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 5. This is a two-part question. Name any two Digambar Puja rituals that start with the letter P as in pot.
There's Panchan. Okay, I designated Diya.
It's Prakshalan and Puja Prarambh.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 6. Recite the stuti that reflects on the true qualities of our soul and talks about the reasons of bondage.
I designate Diya.
Daya Shanti Samata Kshama Satya Tyaga Vairagya Hoy Mumuksha Gata Vishe Sudaya Sujagya.
That is incorrect. New Jersey?
I designate Jasmine. You muted.
The answer is Ragadvesh Ajnana E Mukhya Karmani Grant Dhyaya Nivritti Jehati Teja Mokshana Band.
That is correct. 10 points for New Jersey. Question 7. This is a two-part question. When Gautam Swami asks Bhagwan Mahavir what is the nature of the soul, what was Bhagwan Mahavir's answer, and in which sutra are these questions and answers recorded?
The second part is Bhagavati, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my final answer is Equanimity and Bhagavati Sutra.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 8. This is a two-part question. How many verses are in Chattari Mangalik, and sing the middle verse which praises the supreme entities?
I designate Diya.
Okay, so there are 3 verses and it's Chattari lo Gautama, Arihanta lo Gautama, Sita lo Gautama, Sahu lo Gautama, Kevali Panatam Dharmam Saranam lo Gautama.
That is correct for 20 points.
Can we protest that?
All right. Question 9. This is a two-part question. What is a katasnu also known as, and why should it be white in color?
What's the second part?
I think it's wait, designate.
Oh, okay. My
Answer,
final
please.
answer is Asan and to promote peace.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 10. Name a Shadravya in the Indian language that starts with the letter A.
My final answer is Adharmastikai.
That is correct for 20 points. That is the end of the questions for DC. We will be now moving on to the questions for New Jersey. Question 1. This is a 3-part math question. All the numbers are according to the dream seen by the mother of Parshvanath. Take the number of the dream that indicated her son would be perfect in all virtues and divide it by the dream that indicated that her son would be strong. Take this number and add it to the dream that is the lanchan of the 8th Tirthankar as well. Name the corresponding Tirthankar name, mother's name, and color.
You guys know?
I got 19.
19, yeah.
Okay, so the answer is Malinath, Queen Prabhavati, and gold, green gold.
That is incorrect. DC?
Does anyone know?
I got 9, but
Oh,
what
wait,
were we supposed to say?
Answer,
I
please.
designated Samkit.
Okay, final answer is the final answer is Suvidinath, the Kakandi, and Samachikar.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Suvidinath, Ramadevi, and White. So the math was 9 divided by 3, which equals 3, plus 6 to give you 9. And it was asking for the Tirthankar's name, mother's name, and color. So that's 0 points for both teams. Question 2. In the Indian language only, name the bhavna that states that thinking about our attachment to ever-changing matter makes us aware of our futility and ignorance.
I think it's ekatva, maybe.
The answer is ekatva bhavna.
That is incorrect. DC?
Does anyone
What is
know?
it? Yep, Anyatva or
My final answer is Anyatva Bhavna.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Lok Swabhav Bhavna. So it's 0 points for both teams.
Can we protest that?
Yes. All right. Question 3. This is an anagram question. The hat by Muskan was special. H for hat, A for apple, T for truck, B for blue, Y for yellow, M for mouse, U for under.
The answer is Dupyam.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 4. In Jainism, Diwali is of utmost importance. What are the 2 phrases that people chant during Diwali that relate to Bhagwan Mahavir?
Yeah, the answer is Om Ring Mahavir Swami Sarvagnaya Namaha and Om Ring Mahavir Swami Parangataya Namaha.
That is correct for 20 points.
Protest.
Could I launch a protest on that?
Yes. All right. Question 5. This is a 2-part question. Name any 2 Digambar Puja rituals that start with the letter A as in Arihant.
Ahvananan and Abhishek. The answers are Ahvananan and Abhishek.
That is correct for 20 points. Question.
Here though, let it go.
All right. Question 6. Recite the stuti that reflects on the true qualities of our soul and talks about 7 cardinal virtues.
Yeah, Shanti. Yeah. I designate Jasmine.
The answer is Daya, Shanti, Samata, Kshama, Satya, Tyaga, Vairagya, Hayam, Mukshu, Gata, Vishe, Ehasadaya, Sujagya.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 7. This is a 2-part question. Gautam Swami asks, what is the ultimate aim of the soul? What was Bhagwan Mahavir's answer? And Acharya Gundakun used the question and answer and wrote it in which book?
Yes, no?
What's the second one?
Was the book.
Okay, so the answer was the ultimate goal of the soul is equanimity, and it was written in Samaisar.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 8. This is a 2-part question. How many prayers are in the Sadguru prayers? And sing the prayer that limits the admirable qualities of the holy teacher.
It's Atmajnana and 33.
I designate Jasmine.
The answers there are 3, and the prayer is Atmajnana Samadarshita Vichire Udaya Prayog Apurvavani Paramashut Sadkar Lakshmi Yogya.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 9. This is a 2-part question. How long are the white strings of a charvalo and what do they symbolize?
I think they're 8 inches.
To be free from the karmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer is they're 8 inches long and they symbolize to be. Wait, can I redo my answer or no? Okay. Well, they symbolize to be free from the 8 karmas.
That is incorrect.
Wait, they
You
symbolize.
too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
fingers.
they are. My final answer is they are 8 fingers long, and they symbolize that there are 8 karmas attached to our soul that keep us in the cycle of birth and death.
So that is correct. So that is going to be 10 points for New Jersey and 5 points for DC. Question 10. Name a tattva that starts with the letter A.
Ashraf?
Yeah.
The answer is Ashraf.
That is correct for 20 points. So now we're going to go ahead and address the protest. So I'm going to read the questions that were protested, and then we'll put you guys into breakout rooms. So the first one was number 8 by New Jersey. So the question was, this is a 2-part question. How many verses are in Jatari Manglik, and sing the middle verse, which praises the supreme entities? So it was 3. And then do you guys want me to say the prayer?
No, it's fine. We remember.
Then for second set of questions, number 2, New Jersey. The question was, in the Indian language only, name the bhavna that states that thinking about our attachment to ever-changing matter makes us aware of our futility and ignorance. And the correct answer was Lok Swabhav Bhavna. And number 4 was protested by DC. The question was, in Jainism, Diwali is of utmost importance. What are the 2 phrases that people chant during Diwali that relate to Bhagwan Mahavir? So the answers were Sri Mahavir Swami, Sarvagnanai Namaha, and Sri Mahavir Swami Parangatyai Namaha. So those were the 3 protests. And now you should be able to go into the breakout rooms.
Okay, so we'll just wait till they return, and the streaming will continue, but we'll give it 2 minutes, or actually 3 minutes, for them to return back.
Okay, I have a quick question, because I have a feeling I know what the protests are going towards. So I want to see what your guys' opinions
Want us to go in a breakout room?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I can add you to the breakout room.
Okay, let's do that.
Did it go well? Third room?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna wait for the other breakout room to come back. All right, so I believe everyone's back. So just a reminder, the way that we're going to be addressing the protest is that only the captain should be speaking. No one else on the team or the coaches should be addressing the matter. So first one was number 8, New Jersey.
Yeah. So they in their last line they said Kevali Panatam Dhammam Sharanam Logutamo. And so this is about how the Arihants and everything are supreme, and Sharanam means refuge, and Sharanam is in the third stanza. So that's why like they said Kevali Panatam Dhammam Sharanam Logutamo, but they should have just said Kevali Panatam Dhammam Logutamo, and adding the Sharanam did change the meaning of the line.
DC, would you like to say anything before I make my? All right, so yeah, that is, I agree. That was a mistake on my side. I realized afterwards. So yes, we will be accepting that protest, and because you guys didn't get an opportunity to steal, we're going to be giving a new question to DC that then you'll have an ability to steal. So basically that question is getting thrown out.
Okay, so they'll have another question?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The next one was question 2 about the Bhavna.
We'll drop that one.
Okay. And last thing, DC number 4.
Yeah, it was the Diwali Pad one, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so I believe they said Om Rim Mahavraswami Sarvanay Namaha and Om Rim Mahavraswami Parnitay Namaha. It's supposed to be Sri Mahavraswami Sarvanay Namaha and Sri Mahavraswami Parnitay Namaha. It like changes the entire like pad if you like change those first few words.
I don't think that changes the entire meaning of the pad, because these are all beach mantras and most of them have that added in, and I don't think that adding Om Reem changes the meaning of the pad. It doesn't change any meanings, I feel.
All right, so I'm going to be going based off of the JAB manual, so I'm also going to be accepting this protest. That was another mistake on my side. The answer, and from the manual, it specifically says Sri Mahavraswami Sarvanay Namaha and Sri Mahavraswami Parangatay Namaha. So kind of the same thing with the last one is we're going to throw this question out and give a new question to New Jersey. So basically both teams will be getting a new question and the other team will be able to steal. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. So first, this first extra question is going to go to DC.
Can everyone make sure they're unmuted? Thank you.
All right. This is a 2-part question. Give the synonyms of the following words: Usago and Vayavrutya.
Does anyone know?
What's Usaga?
I designate to
please.
sunk it. I designate to sunk it.
My final answer is Vacham for the second one, and for the first one it is Kayaklish.
That is incorrect. New Jersey.
So the first one is meditation, or so wait, sorry, can I
Just keep going.
Okay, well, the first one is meditation, and the second, so the answer is Gayotsarg, and then Ritisang, and then Vayavacham.
All right, so that is incorrect. The correct answers were Gayotsarg and Vayavacham. So that's going to be 10 points to team 1. Or to DC, and no points to New Jersey.
Did I say the answer is in the first one? I don't remember.
The reason why I'm saying no points just because you said multiple answers for the first part and the second part. So
But
it's
I don't
clear.
know if I mean, I probably did, but like, I don't know if I said the answers then, and then I said the answers again. So I don't know if I said the answers the first
I
time.
don't think you didn't say it the second
Yeah.
time, so.
I did say the second time, but
He didn't say it the first time.
I was talking, I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, no. So there was also a lot of pauses, and the answer is the answer is. So we're going to stick with no points there.
So
Oh.
Disha, I understand this is a steal question, right? So would the other team get a chance to steal?
Yeah, so the reason why is because in the question that the like one that was protested against, I said it was correct and it was not correct. So New Jersey didn't get a chance to steal, which is why we threw the question out. And it's the same thing that's going to happen with the next one. I'm going to give a question to New Jersey, and DC will be able to steal.
Oh, I see. I just thought this is just a question for 10 points and not the completely entire new question. My apologies.
No problem. Okay, so yeah, my final thing with that is 10 points for DC and 0 points for New Jersey. Now we're going to be giving an extra question to New Jersey. And again, DC will have a chance to steal. All right, so question 10, technically, for New Jersey. This is a two-part question. Give the synonyms of the following words: dhyan and sajso.
The answer is Chanam and Swadhyay.
That is correct for 20 points. So that is the end of round one. Can we get a score check?
Sure, let me just share my screen. Okay, so at the end of round one, we have New Jersey at 260 and DC at 255.
All right, great job to both teams.
Oh, good, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Can you just can we go back just 1 minute? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I had 250. I could be very well wrong. I just want to make sure.
Let me just minimize this.
They got 5 points.
So I believe JSMW is team 1, Shwetaben.
There was this, so the 10 points, I think the only difference I have is the 5 points on the last one, on the question 9. Was there a steal? I don't know if there was any steal. That steal, there was, I didn't have a steal there.
So there was a steal because New Jersey said 8 inches long, and the second part of the question is right, which is why they got 10 points. And then DC answered with the fully correct answer. So the remaining points was 10, so they got half.
Thank you, my mistake.
No problem.
Megha, you're right. I had it started this way, but you're right. I have put the points accordingly.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with the points. Yes.
Okay. All right. All good?
All right. So before we start round 2, the buzzin.live game code is 966269. And make sure that you sign in with your center and then your name. So again, it's 966269.
Appreciate your instruction.
And once I see that everyone's in, we'll go ahead and do a buzzer check.
Can you repeat the code?
Yes, 966269.
Oh, I heard 629.
And if anyone needs to switch here before the round starts, please do so.
Yeah, I think Kia went out, Arjun went in.
DC is good as well.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a buzzer check first with New Jersey. Hirsch.
Hirsch, Daftary.
Neil.
Neil Jain.
Shulk.
Megani.
Jasmine.
Jasmine Shah.
Arjun.
You're muted,
You're
Arjun.
muted.
Arjun Gandhi.
Thank you. And DC, Parth,
Parth
Samkit.
Mehta.
Oh, sorry.
Samkit Doshi.
Shlok,
Shlok Shah.
Dia,
Wait, did you say my name?
yes, Dia.
Okay, sorry, it all froze.
No
Dia
problem.
Shah.
And Brisha.
Trisha.
All right, awesome. So let me clear the buzzers. And now we're going to go ahead and get started with round 2, the category round. The category for the first 5 questions is Bhagwan Mahavir Swami. Question 1. On what day did Bhagwan Mahavir take Diksha? Samkit,
Bhagwan Mahavir took Diksha on the 10th day of the dark half of Magsar.
that is correct for 20 points. Question 2. When did Bhagwan Mahavir attain Keval Gnan? Parth,
He attained Keval on the 10th day of the dark half of the month of Vaishak.
that is incorrect. Arjun,
The answer is Diwali.
that is also incorrect. The correct answer was Vaishak Sud Dasam, or the 10th day of the bright half of the month Vaishak. So that's going to be minus 20 points for DC and minus 10 points for New Jersey. Question 3. On the outskirts of which village did Bhagwan Mahavir's last calamity occur? Samkit,
On the outskirts of the village of Jamni.
that is correct for 20 points. Question 4. At what age did Vardhaman attain aparigrahatva? Harsh,
The answer is at the age of 29.
that is incorrect. Shlok,
The age of 30.
that is also incorrect. The correct answer was 28 years.
Can I protest that question?
Yes.
Parth, can you protest too?
I mean, he already protested.
All right, so that's going to be minus 20 points for New Jersey and minus 10 points for DC, but I lodged the protest. And question 5.
Can you clear the buzzers?
Yes. During what year after initiation did Bhagwan Mahavir enter the city of Kaushambi and meet Chandanbala? Jasmine?
The answer is the 12th year after initiation.
That is correct for 20 points. The category for the next 5 questions is Acharya Stulibhadra. Question 6. Who was the king of the Nanda dynasty? Samkit?
Anand.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 7. This is a 2-part question. What was the name of Shatgal's 2 sons? Harsh?
The answer is Shriyak and Stulibhadra.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 8. What was the demand that Kosha made to the monk that came after Samkit?
To get a diamond-studded garment from Nepal.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 9. Where did Stulibhadra stay during the monsoon season? Parth?
He stayed with Kosha.
That is correct for 20 points.
Disha, that was for which team?
Protest that.
That was for D.
Can we protest that question?
All right.
Did you say 20 points for DC, but it's under protest, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Question 10. After leaving Kosha for the first time, which Acharya did he go to? Ankit?
Acharya Sambhuti Vijay.
That is correct for 20 points. The category for the next 5 questions is puja rituals. Question 11. In the Indian language only, what is another name for Chandan Puja? Yeah.
This is Samsarta Vinashanaya.
That is correct for 20 points.
Can I protest that?
Sure. Right, so that's 20 points for DC, but I have logged the protest. Question 12. In the Indian language only, what is another name for Naivedya Puja? Parth?
So another name for Naivedya Puja is Shuddharog Vinashanaya.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 13. The rituals performed, especially at the time of new temple opening. Temple. Thea?
Satrabedi Puja.
That is incorrect. Temple anniversary to celebrate someone's special penance like Varsitha are called what?
Time.
The correct answer was pujans. So that is minus 20 points for DC. Question 14. Name the Indian Dastri for meditation. Arth?
That is Pranidan.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 15. Generally, this pujan is performed for peace and to keep obstacles. Arth?
That is Shanti Snatar Pujan.
That is correct for 20 points. The rest of the question read, and to keep obstacles away during Pratishta celebration of a temple or any great religious celebration. So those are all of the questions for round 2. We're going to go ahead and address the protest before we give the final score check. So again, just like last time, I'm going to read the questions and the answers. So question 4 was, at what age did Vardhaman attain aparigrahatva? And the correct answer was 28 years, and New Jersey lodged that protest. Question 9 was, where did Sulibhadra stay during the monsoon season? And the correct answer was Gosha's Picture Gallery. So that was, again, New Jersey. And again, New Jersey with number 11, in the Indian language only, what is another name for Chandan Puja? And the correct answer was Samsar Tap Vinashanaya. So now
this is just a quick question, but haven't they already protested twice? So they only have 2 left, or?
So they protested once, but we accepted the protest, so they got it back.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so both teams still have 4 protests. So you guys should now be able to go into your breakout rooms, and we'll discuss when you're back.
Do we need to discuss it? Okay.
protest છે હમણાં address કરવાનું. Yeah, you said here they are doing. Yeah.
They are fine. Yeah. I hope they win, but if they don't win, I'm not at all.
All right, I think we're still waiting on another team.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, if you like take, for example, in the team round, if you take more than 7 seconds, but whoever's keeping time doesn't say it's 7 seconds, and then the other team protests saying it was above 7 seconds, do you have any way to prove that?
We will be addressing that soon. So just hang tight. All right, I believe everyone is back now. So we're going to start with first. Does anyone want to pull back any of the?
I think. What was the first question? The first protest we had?
So it was number 4 about the age.
Oh yeah, we're gonna withdraw that one.
Okay.
But
keep the other 2.
Yeah.
All right. So starting with number 9. Where did Three Brothers stay during the monsoon season?
Yeah. So I believe in that question you were looking for like a place, and they said they stayed with Gosha, but he stayed in Gosha's picture art gallery. He didn't stay with Gosha.
But you were only asked, you didn't ask for a specific place. You just asked where. So I just said at Gosha's place.
No, you said he stayed with Gosha, and that he didn't stay with Gosha. He stayed in Gosha's art gallery.
But Gosha was still in there, so he was staying with Gosha in her house.
It wasn't her house. It was her art gallery.
I mean, yeah,
Gosha would be in her house, right? So if he was staying with Gosha, he'd be staying in Gosha's house.
They're the same place.
Gosha lives in the art gallery.
Right,
I
so
don't think Gosha would live. I don't think a
should be
person would
talking.
live in an art gallery. Staying with Gosha would be staying in Gosha's house. But here, he was staying in Gosha's art gallery.
But Gosha was there the whole time though too. So he was
Gosha
staying
wasn't
with
in her
Gosha.
art gallery the whole time. Staying with Gosha.
All right, so I'm going to intervene here. Based on the job manual, it is very specific that it says that he stayed in the picture gallery of the residence of Gosha. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that question out because I think that it was incorrect. So I'm going to accept that protest and throw that question out and give a new one.
And then for the question, I don't know which one, it was the one after that though. We count, like, you don't have to, like, we counted and it was like they had a pause for more than 7 seconds there. Like, at least it might not have been more than 7, but it was definitely more than 3 seconds there. Like, they were stalling.
But the timekeeper never said time.
But they were stalling for like, more time than that was allowed, right?
And so Bhuvni, she was keeping time. Do you want to address this?
Yeah. The pause was not longer than 5 seconds, but we decided that we're going to throw the question out and give you guys another one so you guys can do it again.
Yeah, so essentially we're going to be throwing out question 9 and 11 and giving 2 new questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the time limit 3 seconds or 5 seconds?
The earlier game you said it was 3.
Yeah, but like now you're saying it's 5, so I just don't know.
It is 3, I think.
Okay.
I think she just.
That's my bad then.
Made a mistake. It's no problem. All right, so we're still just going to go ahead and give 2 questions. All right, so give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Is the question going to be in the same category?
It's going to be a new category. Just give me 1 second.
Will we get told the category?
We will after she decides.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so the category is going to continue. The category is, for the first question, the category is going to be Mahavir Swami. Let me make sure buzzers. Okay. All right, so the question is, when Bhagwan Mahavir plucked all the hair on his head in 4 handfuls and the hair on his chin and lips in Samkit?
Panchmushti Loch?
That is correct for 20 points. The second question's category is puja. Name the pujan, which is basically to elaborate worship with Parth.
So this pujan is Sohakaran pujan.
That is incorrect. Worship with many specific different offerings of Naivedya and Phal to revere Navbad. It was given to Shripal Raja and Mayana Sundari Bainacharya. Harsh?
The answer is Sid Chakra pujan.
That is correct for 10 points, minus 20 points for DC. So that is the end of round 2. We're now going to get a score check, please.
Sure. Okay, so at the end of round 2, we have New Jersey at 280 and DC at 365. Just want to make sure. Is that everybody okay with that?
Yeah, I think.
Good for us too. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're now going to be moving on to round 3, the grab bag. If any substitutions need to be made here, please do so.
Yeah, Hirak would come in for JCNJ and Arjun would be sitting out.
Thank you.
Oh, can you allow to move participants again? I think it got blocked again.
Let me check.
Disha Didi?
Yes.
Can I try to buzz for my connection wise?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Gotcha.
Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
And yeah, okay. It looks like here.
Disha, can you switch out with Kashvi, please?
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
I just do a quick test buzzer.
Yes. Go ahead. Awesome. And then Hirak, do you also want to do a test buzz?
Sure.
Awesome. I got both of you guys. All right. So starting off with round 3 grab bag. Question 1. What are the 6 schools of thought prevalent? Arth?
Shat Darshan.
That is correct for 20 points. The rest of the question read, prevalent in India, collectively known as.
That is DC, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, and what was the answer?
Shad Darshan.
Shad Darshan. Question 2. Who said the following quote? We are prone to look before and Harsh?
The answer is Percy Shelley.
That is correct for 20 points to New Jersey. The quote read that we are prone to look before and after and pine for what is not. Question 3. Name a Nokashai Charitra Mohaniya Karma that starts with the letter S. Samkit?
Shok.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 4. How many Ashubh subtypes are there for Mohaniya Karma? Harsh?
The answer is 24.
That is correct for 20 points. Question 5. Who said Pramata Yoga Pran? Parth?
Acharya Umaswati.
That is correct for 20 points. The full question read, who said Pramata Yoga Pran Vyay Parapwanam Himsa, and in reference to what?
Can we protest that?
Yeah, that's actually. All right. Question 6. Name a Baya Tat that starts with the letter K. Parth,
Kayaklish.
that is correct for 20 points. Question 7.
Disha, do you want me to just say the scores?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so at the end of 6 questions in round 3, New Jersey is at 320 and DC at 445. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Swetanti.
Mhm.
All right. Question 7. This is a 3-part question. How many Tirthankars did not get married according to the Swetambara tradition? Samkit?
So the answer is 2, and Molinath and Naminath.
That is incorrect. What are the How many Tirthankars did not get married according to the Swetambara tradition? What are the names of the one who was born in the same place as their Diksha place? And what is this person's birthplace? Harsh?
The answer is 2, and Malinath, and the birthplace is Mithila.
That is correct for 10 points to New Jersey, minus 10 points from DC. Question 8.
Can you put the buzzers?
Yes. This is a 3-part question. What places do you do puja on idol when you say these lines? Answer in the order asked. Mangala nam cha savesim, Namo Ayaryanam, and Namo Loye Savasahunam. Parth?
Okay, so that is the heart, the forearms, and the head. Yeah.
That is incorrect. Harsh?
The answer is the chest, the forearms, and the top of the head.
That is correct. So the correct answers were...
Could I protest that?
Yes. So the correct answers were center of chest, right center of arm, left arm center, and top of head. So for now, that's going to be minus 10 points from DC and plus 10 points for New Jersey. Question 9. What type of satya...
Can you hear the buzzers? Can you hear the buzzers? Sorry.
Sorry. What type of satya is usually done? Samkit?
Nandavart?
That is correct for 20 points. What type of satya is usually done during Akshat Puja? Question 10. This is a 2-part question. What are the names of the 9th Baldev and Vasudev? Parth?
Balram and Krishna.
That is correct for 20 points. Baldev and Vasudev per Jain tradition was the rest of the questions. That's 20 points for DC.
Do you want me to say the scores again?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of 10 questions, New Jersey is at 340 and DC is at 465.
All right. Question 11. This is a 2-part question. Name 2 things that Rohingya heard from Bhagwan Mahavir. Parth?
Human life is the best of all lives, and heavenly beings' feet do not touch the ground when they walk.
That is incorrect. About the heavenly beings. Hirak?
The answer is heavenly beings' feet are in the air and they do not blink.
That is correct.
Can you protest, please?
Yeah, could I protest that?
All right, so right now that's going to be minus 10 points from DC and plus 10 points for New Jersey. Score check again.
Second. Okay, so we have New Jersey at 350 and DC at 455.
All right. Question 12.
Can you clear the buzzers?
Yes. Who was King Samprathi's father? Ankit,
In Kunal.
that is correct for 20 points. Question 13. Name the temple that has Tirthankar Neminath Bhagwan, Samavasaran. Harsh,
The answer is Girnar.
that is incorrect. Bhagwan's Samavasaran carved in.
Time.
The correct answer was Lunaga Vasahi Temple. So that's minus 10 points from New Jersey. Question 14. What was the name of Dangiri's wife? Sankit,
Sunanda.
that is correct for 20 points to DC. And question 15. What is the Ashtamangala that represents the 4 destinies? Parth,
The swastika.
that is correct for 20 points. That is the end of the questions for the last round. So we have 3 protests. Question 5 by New Jersey. So the question was, who said Brahmata Yoga Pran? And in that saying and in reference to what? Question 8, lodged by DC. The question was, this is a 3-part question. What places do you do puja on an idol when you say these lines? Answer in the order asked. Mangaram cha savesim, namo ayaryanam, and namo loe savasahunam. And question 11 by DC. This is a 2-part question. Name 2 things that Rohanya heard from Bhagwan Mahavir about the heavenly beings. So you guys will now have time to discuss in your breakout rooms.
Okay, turn it on.
we're gonna wait for the other team to come back. All right, I believe everyone is back now. So we're going to address the protest again. Just the captains should be talking. So first, does either team want to take back any of their protests?
I don't think so.
All right, awesome. So we'll start with number 5. The question was, who said Pramata Yoga Thran, and in reference to what?
Yeah, so they just said who said it. They didn't say in reference to anything in that question.
But at the same time, you never said it was a 2-part question.
But
so
you're
required to say it's a 2-part question.
But I
Otherwise,
feel
I was led to believe that she was just asking who said the thing.
But
and
then that
right
question I feel should get thrown out because
that should get thrown out.
Yeah, that question.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was gonna say. It was incorrect that the question didn't say it was a 2-part question, and the answer was only a Jaya Umaswati, so there was an issue with the question. So I'm gonna throw that one out and give a new one at the end. Next one was for question 8. This is a 3-part question. What places do you do puja on an idol when you say these lines? And DC protested this one.
Could I just ask why you marked me wrong on that one? I believe I said the heart, the forearms, and the head. I believe those are my answers.
Yes. So actually, if you can go ahead and explain to me why you think your answer is correct first.
So I said the heart because if you look in D3, like right below the whole table of what you say on which body part, it explains the significance of what you should be thinking when you do each of those things. And instead of chest, it says heart. You should be thinking about how the Tirthankar had like compassion and mercy for all, and that you should be having these qualities in yourself. And it says heart there, so that's why I said heart for that part.
But in the actual chart, it says chest, right? So if the book says chest, it doesn't.
But the book also says heart, because
they're just saying by worshiping your heart. It's worshiping your heart, but your chest.
Because while you're doing the Chandan Puja on the heart, you should be thinking about that.
No, but you're
That's
doing your Chandan Puja on your chest. You're not doing it on the heart.
If you look in D3 in the significance part, it shows there, like while doing puja on your heart, I wish to get these kinds of these virtues in my heart.
But
so I guess it says both. And
I feel like anyway, your answer was wrong because you said head, right? And there's the top of the head and there's just a forehead, right?
But if it was forehead, you'd specify that it's forehead.
But if it was top of head, you'd specify too that it was top of head. You just said head.
All right, so I'm going to come in here. So the reason why I put DC wrong is for the first part, since you said heart, I would have marked the other parts as correct. Looking at the manual, I agree that in right underneath where it says center of chest, it also then talks about the heart. So we're gonna go ahead and accept that protest.
I feel like, but their answer was anyway wrong because they said head, but there's the top of head and there's the forehead, right? So it's not like there's only one head, like one thing in the head that could be the reason. They said 2 answers. Like there's 2 answers that could have been head.
Every time you talk about like your head, you don't ever say like the top of my head hurts or something like that.
Yeah, but in the book it says top of head. In the book it says top of head or forehead, right? It doesn't say head.
They only say that so you don't get confused with the forehead. But
but then shouldn't you have answered top of head, not forehead?
All right, so I'm going to stick with my original thought process. I only thought that the first part was wrong, the heart, but by looking at the book, I see that it's correct. So I'm just going to go ahead and accept this protest. So DC will get the points for this question.
Because before we were penalized for not really answering what was in the book. So like this also isn't really, this isn't what's in the book.
Both answers are in the book.
And we lost the game because of that. Disha, you were there. And now at that point, what was in the book was accepted. And now it's the other way around?
But both answers are in the book though.
But head is not, right? There's top of head or there's forehead.
And Parth, with due respect to you, you are fine. I'm totally fine. Just because of a point you are making, Parth, we lost an entire game. So that's fine. And Parth, I respectfully, I मिच्छामि दुक्कडम करू छु, and I understand your point.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I don't like Michami Dukuram to like you two and everyone here.
And apart, we lost a game. We lost a game by 3 points for this exact same point you're making, Parth. Michami Dukuram.
Disha, this is I'm talking on Megha's behalf, but we accept the like whatever is the outcome. The coach said we are perfectly fine. So
Yeah, so I was actually I'm gonna go ahead and throw this question out because there is confusion about what was said.
You want to get consent from the coach? I mean, we are fine with whatever you decide. Meaning, it'll be if you want to keep the score as is, we are fine with that as well.
Oh yeah, Michami Dukram to everyone here. But if you would like, we can take back the protest on that one.
All right. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, everyone. All right, so as far as my understanding is that the points, and so then you're gonna have to double check me on this. I think it was -10 for DC and +10 for New Jersey. I'm going to keep it like that because I made a mistake. The other admins thought that it was specified that it wasn't specified that it was the top of the head, which that was my mistake. So Michami Dukram. So I'm gonna go ahead and deny that protest and
Michami Dukram from my end for you guys too.
All right, and then the last one was for question 11.
Yeah.
This was a two-part question. Name two things that Rohingya heard from Bhagwan Mahavir about the heavenly beings.
Yeah, so on this one, I think I said that human life is best of all lives, and their feet don't touch the ground. Yes. Those were two of the things that Bhagwan Mahavir was talking about with like heavenly beings in their yeah.
So the statement that you made, the first thing that you said was how like human life is the best life. So the question was specifically asking what Bhagwan Mahavir said about the heavenly beings. So that is about human beings rather than heavenly beings, which is why I marked that as incorrect. And I'm going to keep that decision. All right, so that is the end of the game. Can we go
have the one.
You need one.
Oh, yes. So sorry. All right. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
All right. Last question. Which bhavna talks about building a bridge between you and others so that you can get across without being attached?
Time.
So the correct answer was ekatva bhavna, and time was called before anyone buzzed in. All right, okay. So that is the end of the game. Can we get a final score check?
Yes, so let me just go ahead and correct that one. And I'll share my screen. Okay, so at the end of the game, we have New Jersey at 340 and DC at 495. Good job, participants.
Well played, guys. Well played.
Thank you. Good job.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if like Disha did everyone if we gave any like tough time in any of the games. Shweta Auntie, if we gave a tough time to anyone, I'm really sorry.
Oh, y'all did good. This is good. I'm glad. Just keep up the learning. That's good.
Thank you.
It's okay. You guys were like a really good
Very
opponent.
good. Well played.
Yeah,
you
it's
were
honestly
right.
our
I
most
can
fun
tell
game.
that you worked very hard.
Yeah, you guys worked
Yeah,
very
you
hard
guys-
too.
you
Like
guys
you
were
guys,
great.
Yeah.
honestly, I
Great
want you guys
job.
to win in the final. Is that thing.
Sorry if the admin was a little too hard, but we just had to follow the rules. But I agree, it's just some of the protests do get a little bit very close to it. Well played, participants. Just keep up.
And we will be there to cheer
all
for
of
you.
Wait, what if
Thank
you guys make it, but
you.
we don't?
Oh
We
yeah.
won't.
but
I don't
then-
think we're
okay,
gonna make
wait, we
it.
should make an alliance. If we both make it, then we
I-
both help each other.
I-
If you guys make it and we don't, then
We're
we
not
root
gonna
for
make it.
you.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it, but we
We'll
could
just
help
cheer
you
for
if you
each other.
guys.
How about that?
If you guys are
Cheer for
ever,
it.
if you guys ever need help, we can help you guys. Even the other
Thank you.
DC team, you guys are good.
You guys are probably the nicest team we played, so thank you.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
that is for
You
sure.
guys are like awesome.
And Parth again, personally, I would again like to do Michami Dukram to you. And I understand your point. And coach, I also do Michami Dukram to you. I totally understand your point. And the point that I was trying to make goes beyond just this game. Again, Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram.
guys.
It was
Well played,
well played.
in the right spirit.
Good game.
Everyone is a winner. So
Yeah,
Bye.
we're cheering for you guys.
Yes, we're there, right by your side.
Shweta Ben and Anisha, also Michami Dukram to both of you.
Michami Dukram, Michami Dukram.
Much. Thank you.
Great night, and Raja, everyone. Michami
Shweta
Ben.
Yes.
We'll
that
end
is-
the stream and we'll join back again.
Shweta Ben.
Thank you, everyone.
Shweta Ben.
April.
Shweta Ben.